Welcome to the Couch of Randomness. This is episode number 22. I'm John, and I'm alive. I did it.
You're alive.
I live. I'm your host. On the couch with me, as always, is...
I'm waiting for you to start coughing right
I really...
now.
Keep on going. Let's do this. I feel it coming.
I'm Rose.
Sweet. On the podcast this week, let's talk about a couple high-profile movies that have unfortunately been delayed. It's coming. Hurry up.
Yep. Square Enix has some updates. I mean, I love Square Enix.
You do.
I can't help this. They make so many games for me.
That's true. It literally should say 4 rows underneath.
For me.
Once you beat it, whenever you beat it, it should say 4 rows.
Made for Rose.
Made for Rose. Xbox and Microsoft are doing something very interesting that I kind of like, but I'm a little iffy about. And it may have to do with how we look at our phones.
Actually, it's how we look at our consoles.
How we look at our consoles. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And video game music could be a good introduction to things.
To orchestral music. So, oh my god, it's coming. Sit down on the couch and let's have some fun. Okay, so, holy crap. Doing some research for the podcast.
Like 30 seconds
before we started recording. I was looking up something because what we're going to start with, Danny Boyle has left filming or directing James Bond 25 over creative differences. The norm thing to say where both can just admirably leave. Like the production company and the director or producer just split.
Yeah.
What I heard was it involved Danny Boyle wanting to cast a specific person as the bad guy against Daniel Craig, and Daniel Craig didn't want to because apparently Daniel Craig has a lot more power in the James Bond stuff than I even thought. Like he's right up there with the producers. Like Barbara, I always want to call her Broccoli, but
Broccoli?
Yeah, there it is right there.
Yeah, that's broccoli.
Okay, cool. I'm glad. I was like, I think it's broccoli, but I'm not. If it's something differently said, and then Eon Entertainment, which owns James Bond, so I was like, okay, Danny Boyle wanted someone.
Is it Eon or Ion?
I think it's Eon. I think it's Eon.
With an E?
Yeah, it starts
E-O-N?
with E-O-N.
Okay.
Yeah,
Eon.
So Danny Boyle wanted someone. Daniel Craig and Eon wanted someone else. Okay, that makes sense. Fine, but I was like, all right. I mean, Daniel Craig, we're about to get his 5th James Bond. Let me go ahead and remember the James Bond movies that Daniel Craig has been in. It's been Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace. Hold on, now I got to go back.
No. What else? It was
Skyfall.
Supposed to have these ready. Skyfall.
Then Spectre. And then James Bond 25.
Okay.
So this is his 5th and final outing as James Bond.
Okay.
Cool. I think Daniel, as much as I truly love Daniel Craig as James Bond,
he's been showing his age.
Yes, in Casino Royale. And
Casino Royale was amazing.
I'm one of the few that actually liked Skyfall. Like, people didn't like it. Yeah. I loved it.
I need to go
great.
back and watch them again.
I hated Quantum of Solace.
Yeah.
Straight up hated.
That's because of Olga.
Yeah. And then Spectre.
That's who I blame.
Well, writer's strike, too.
Yeah.
That was during the writer's strike. So I'm like, all right, that's fine. And Spectre.
But I have yet to find a good movie that she's in.
That's also Hitman. What? The Timothy Oliphant Hitman.
Yeah, but she was the weakest part of that movie.
That's true. But that wasn't a good movie in general. It
wasn't actually a good movie.
It was a fun hate movie.
Like, it's a guilty pleasure movie.
Guilty pleasure movie, yes.
But it's not a good movie.
It's not a good movie. And then Spectre, I don't remember at all. Like, I remember watching it. I remember us going to see it. We saw it.
I remember sleeping through half of it.
But I don't remember very much of it at all. So we'll go back to that one. But as I'm doing the research, this just popped up on my news feed. And this is all rumor. And this is coming from The Sun and whatever in the world the Indian Express is. I'm not 100% sure. But newspapers. That apparently Danny Boyle quit Bond 25 after he refused to kill off Daniel Craig's 007.
This is one of the things that has come up since
One of those things that has come up. And I'm actually, I don't know how to feel about this because I'm a big James Bond fan. I grew up with the Pierce Brosnan James Bond, the campy, over the top, really stupid, but pretty fun James Bond movies.
Okay.
I've gone back and watched a couple of Sean Connery, and we own every single Bond movie.
Yeah, we haven't watched half of them.
No, we haven't watched more than half of them.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig, I've seen all of Daniel Craig's.
Yeah.
I've seen all but one of Pierce Brosnan's, and I've seen maybe Timothy Dalton I've seen like sporadic ones. Yeah, I've seen a couple of them when I was a kid.
Okay.
Like I've sporadic.
I missed almost all of them.
Yeah.
I saw one or two of the Pierce Brosnan, but they didn't hold my attention.
Sure.
Because, there was no space.
There was no space.
There was no space.
Moonraker.
There was no like Star Wars or Star Trek,
Gotcha.
And that's really what I was into at the time when I saw them.
No, that makes sense.
And plus, they're so slow.
Yeah, James Bond movies are notoriously slow, but this blows my mind. Like, I was very interested in a Danny Boyle James Bond movie. It's like that'd be very cool.
Yeah,
I mean, he's very stylized. He's very different, but that's what Bond has been doing.
Yeah,
they've been getting just different directors to try it out.
That's kind of what Bond has always done.
Yeah, and I'm down with that. And I was watching. Who was I watching? Oh no, IGN, because I was watching a little thing about how Danny Boyle quit and the short list of directors. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But I do like what they said is James Bond is a reactive series now. Like they're not pushing the envelope of action; they're reacting to it. And Daniel Craig's James Bond is a direct pull from Matt Damon's Bourne.
Well,
and I'm like, you know what? That makes sense.
What was the most recent one? Skyfall?
No, it's Spectre.
Spectre
was the most recent.
From what I remember of that, it was just a remake of one of the early Bond movies.
It was. Yeah, it was.
Like, that's all that it was. And I was just like, I don't understand any of this because I haven't seen the early James Bond.
Because they introduced...
But even I can tell.
Yeah, they introduced Blofeld, which was almost Bond's Moriarty.
Yeah.
Which, if I remember correctly...
He's trying to say Moriarty.
I'm still sick. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, John's been sick like for a week and a half now. And
it's this is the first day that I feel 90%.
But at least we get to do the podcast this week.
Yes, we get at least to do the podcast this week. But I think that's insane.
Another thing that they mentioned in what you were watching is that Mission Impossible has been doing a better Bond than Bond with their past couple movies, which we still haven't seen the newest one.
Yeah, we haven't, which I've heard is fantastic. Yeah. But the director's name is McQuarrie, I believe. I'm going to pull this up real fast.
But just Mission Impossible started as a reaction as the American version of James Bond.
Yes.
And now they're doing Bond better than Bond.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull this up real fast.
And that's just a little sad to me.
Christopher McQuarrie.
Okay.
And which is funny because he's on the short list of directors for James Bond.
For Bond 25.
And
that's
you're like,
funny.
That would be really funny.
Yeah, it really would.
We haven't seen Fallout. And
not yet. We're getting there.
Holy crap. And the one before that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it was vastly different.
Is it Rogue Nation?
Yeah, Rogue Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rogue Nation was vastly different, but I actually
remember
really
enjoying
that one.
Yeah. It really wasn't too bad.
Yeah. And I mean, he did Edge of Tomorrow. This is Christopher McQuarrie's film. Edge of Tomorrow, Mission Impossible Fallout, Rogue Nation.
Is Edge of Tomorrow the one that's Live, Die, Repeat?
Hold on. Wait. He wrote that one. I'm sorry. Let me get to directors.
Oh, no.
Let me get to directors. Okay, He did Jack Reacher, Rogue Nation, and Fallout.
Okay.
So he's only done Mission Impossible movies, but they've been good movies.
Yeah.
So I'd be okay with him doing that. But let me come back to the Daniel Craig killing off thing. I feel a little weird about that because as far as I know, Bond has not died and stayed dead.
Well, he still wouldn't stay dead.
But now it's kind of...
But like that actor would not be coming back to life.
Yeah. And so that is it.
So I'm wondering if they're actually trying to set up for being able to retcon the whole thing and be like, oh, well, we only have double agent one, like 001 through 009.
Yeah.
And we actually just replace them as the agents die. As they get killed off in action.
Yeah.
So that's why at the beginning of Casino Royale, James Bond became the new 007 because that's the one that we had to replace. Kind of like how in Kingsman they have to replace each of the knights.
Yeah. And at the beginning when we talked about this last week, just you and I.
Yeah.
And I hated that idea.
Yeah.
Because it works. It works in Kingsman. But now I'm like, damn, that actually works for Bond.
It really does. Because then you understand why Q has been different, why M is always different, why M has been a man, a woman, and a man.
Yeah. So everyone, like, it's just
I mean,
is the right word monocle or no, not monocle. What the
moniker?
Moniker. Thank you. The term is moniker. So you'd get a new James Bond 007. Like 007 is always James Bond.
Yeah.
So you lose your name. Like if I get upgraded, my name will no longer be John.
Yeah.
It'll be James Bond, and I will be the new 007. I'm actually now really feeling this idea.
I mean, it really makes sense.
And that's one of the things too.
Because then you could actually bring in anybody to that role.
Yeah, you could put a woman in there
and be Jane Bond.
Jane Bond, if you really want to do that. I mean, we're all screaming for a black Bond. I'm in for this.
Yeah.
We all want Idris Elba. He said no. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that one.
I get that. He's getting just old enough that it's hard to cast him.
He's a smidgen younger than Daniel Craig, and Daniel Craig is 50.
Yeah, but that also means that Daniel Craig started when he was like 45 or 40 or
40.
Yeah,
40. He was 40.
Because it was like 10 years ago.
Exactly.
And I have a hard time saying, okay, let's get a 50-year-old in this spot for the next like 5-6 movies.
Yeah.
It's hard to make that switch at a certain age.
Do you want a younger person? Do you want to start hinging Bond like they've done like Spider-Man, and where like, all right, we can get let's say a 25-ish year old, 30-year-old around that age. That way we can punch out possibly another 5 to 7 Bonds with this actor.
Do you want to know my reason? No.
Why is that?
Because if it is that setup that I just said, where you get promoted to that, I'm not sure that I want some uppity young schmuck who's just like, hey, I'm a 00 now. Like,
so you don't want like Taron Egerton?
But I feel like Taron Egerton already has such a good thing going
with Kingsman.
Oh,
I agree.
Like, I don't want Bond to react to that and suddenly have a young person. Like, Bond needs to be somebody who's older and has seen the world and is suave and just has that.
He's seen some crap.
I've done some stuff.
I've done some stuff. I've seen the world, and it is a scary, scary place. And I'm here to make it less scary. But
yeah, I mean, if you get a young Bond, then I feel like you're kind of undoing a lot of what's happened.
True. I mean, I guess that makes sense because, I mean, Casino Royale was really cool in the sense of Bond was messy, but again, that was a reaction to Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
But it was still an older guy who was an agent for MI6.
Exactly. Like, he had already been an agent for X many years, 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
So, like, he knows the ropes, he knows the ins and outs, he knows the higher ups.
Yeah, but it's still messy because you did get that. The 00 is a license to kill.
Yeah.
And so that does I would like that part of being a new 00 is if you do get a younger guy, or at least, like you said, just a grizzled kind of older 35, 40-year-old in the 00 where he hasn't blatantly killed someone. Like where it wasn't life or death and you had to kill him because you had that license. The mental...
It was more of, you have to make this decision for the greater good.
Yes.
And you are allowed to make that decision.
You're allowed to make the decision. And
without any repercussions.
But what is the mental ramification of that? That's something I would be interested in to like explore with Bond.
I don't know if I want to get into a damaged goods Bond.
But Daniel Craig is the damaged goods Bond.
Yes, but no. Because you're looking more at Jason Bourne saying, hey, I want him to be this kind of damaged goods.
True.
Like, you're looking at something like that, or like, I feel like there are already so many movies that do that.
There are so many movies that do that. It's so much better.
And James Bond has its own little thing.
True. And I want the suaveness. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I do love the suave. Like James Bond is just kind of like, yeah.
He needs to be the grizzled, I've seen some stuff, but I'm still going to open the door for my lady.
Exactly.
Whatever. Like all the manners. All the British manners.
All the British manners.
He needs to be very British still. And, he's going to go home and have a cup of tea.
A nice cup of tea. A cup of tea.
Nice cuppa.
Okay, hold on. 83, 93, 2003, 2013. That wouldn't be that bad. I'm looking
to share.
I'm looking at Henry Cavill. Because he was supposed to be Bond, and then Daniel Craig beat him.
He's so Superman now.
I'm just throwing out.
He is Superman.
He is Superman, and that's the thing.
And plus, he was in Man from U.N.C.L.E., so he's already been a spy.
And he's in Mission Impossible Fallout. He's already been a spy. But I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. I mean, if you're talking about someone suave, who has the look. I'm kind of like, yeah, Henry Cavill has that. Yeah, you're suave. You're. I can see it. Kind of idea.
Welcome to John's Man Crush Hour.
Yeah, Henry Cavill's on my man crush. I'm not gonna lie. Love that man. God, needs to stop. All right, hold on. Let me jump back now.
What are we jumping to?
Just the replacement list of directors.
We're now getting back to that after 15 minutes?
After 15 minutes. But good conversation, because I'm with you. I think an older-esque Bond. Yeah. I like that idea, because I was like, man, maybe we could just hinge a franchise on just this young kid. But you're right. I want to see a Bond who's seen the world. Yeah. Who's been in situations where he couldn't pull the trigger, or just... Yeah. The world has kind of, not broken him, but just worn on him a little bit.
Yeah, he's got that weathered edge.
Yeah, he's got that weathered edge. But he
still drinks martinis.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so the short list, and I found this is, Jon Damage. Jon Damage. Oh, I'm going to give that one to you.
Jon Damage.
Jon Damage. All right, that's cool. He did 71 and White Boy Rick. 71 actually looked really awesome. I'll show you the trailer. We remember wanting to watch this movie.
Okay.
And then the next one, David Mackenzie. He did Hell or High Water.
Okay.
The one that everyone's kind of like freaking out about is Edgar Wright. I'm kind of with you. I'm like, I mean, it'd be cool, but I think his stylized ideas are a little too much for Bond.
He does so much in the novel genre.
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the right Edgar Wright?
Yes. He did
Pride and Prejudice.
No.
Which one?
This is
what did he do?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Baby Driver.
Oh.
You're thinking Joe Wright.
Oh, okay. I knew it was right.
That actually wouldn't be that bad. Joe Wright.
I feel like he would be a better choice than
Edgar Wright. Joe Wright actually is not a bad idea. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then Jean-Marc Vallée, which he did Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh, okay.
I'd be okay with that one too.
Yeah.
Him, or I think the front runner is the Jan.
Because Dallas Buyers Club kept my interest enough, but it was still a really slow movie.
Yeah.
Like, if you can figure out how to keep my attention while still having your slow-paced movie.
Eon, listen to Rose. She needs the slow. She has slow. Seriously. It's too slow. I absolutely love it.
It depends on the movie.
True.
Like, there are some slow movies that I'll sit there and just watch, and I love it. Yeah. And then other times I'm just like, can we please get to the story?
See, and here's what I want. I want them to finish out Bond with Daniel Craig. It makes sense that they wanted to kill him, go out with a bang. We'll never have to worry about Daniel Craig ever becoming Bond again.
Okay.
But I want the one person that I think everyone wants, but won't do it until we get a new Bond and he has more creative control, would be Christopher Nolan. He has said he wants to do a Bond, and they have said they want him to do a Bond, but there's this weird, like, it has to be the right time.
Yeah.
And I think if you let Christopher Nolan come in, brand new Bond, start from scratch, quote unquote, I think you'll have a fan-freaking-tastic Bond.
Yeah.
For 2-3 movies, especially if you sign him up to do a trilogy again. I think that would be fantastic, but
possibly
that's just me going, I want Christopher Nolan to do a Bond movie. But
yeah. I get that.
It's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So we're pretty sure Bond's going to get delayed, but you know what is officially been delayed?
What's that?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you, what happened with this? Minus everyone knows James Gunn got fired.
James Gunn got fired. You're the one that put this article in here.
I thought you did.
I don't know.
I don't remember. But yeah, okay, so
I think I put this in here like last week or something.
Guardians 3 got put on hold. That sucks for all of us because we were really excited.
Yeah.
So to see Guardians 3, it's one of the nice, almost weird palate cleansers of the Marvel.
You're just like, so tell us what happened with this. I mean, we know James Gunn got fired.
Well,
what else am I supposed to say? That's what happened. That's why it's delayed.
Yeah. I mean,
John does the spoilers.
I do the spoilers. I mean, it's not funny. It's still kind of sad to me that 10-year-old tweets had him lose a job.
Yeah, but I do understand it. I see both sides.
I see both sides. I do. I see both sides.
I see both sides of it.
And so, I mean, we're trying to figure out who's going to be the next director for this. Everyone's screaming for like Taika Waititi.
I think that would be interesting.
That would probably be the safest bet.
But I feel like he's so good with Thor that he needs to just stay with Thor.
Exactly. And I like the idea. I read somewhere that Disney's just going to reach out to someone absolutely unknown or someone who hasn't worked in the Marvel universe yet to try it.
I think my one request here is please not Spielberg.
Oh, yeah, no, let's not do Spielberg.
Sorry, I'm sitting here thinking of like 80s type movies, and I'm just like, please, just not Spielberg.
Or Howard. I don't want Ron Howard.
Ron Howard, yeah.
I don't want the tried and true. We know Spielberg and Howard make great movies.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
They make very solid movies, especially at this point in their lives.
True.
They're making very solid movies.
Yep.
Marvel is not solid movies at this point.
No, I want someone absolutely almost comically insane of, wait, you chose them?
Yeah.
Why did you
okay
do
with
that? Like just out of the blue, just we're choosing. I can't even think of some the person who directed the remake of Godzilla. Just meh. I mean, I don't want that personally, but that's where I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I don't want him to do that one, but that's the craziest one I could think of. But it sounds like Disney's still going to use Gunn's script, which is okay. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Well, also several of the actors were just like, well, if you don't use it, we're going to quit.
Exactly. Dave Bautista being the loudest of that one.
Yes.
I want to say, I'm trying to find this too. I want to say that I read that even like the crew was let go, like minus the solid the actors, all of the crew of
well, because that way they can let the crew go so that the crew can go find other work.
Jobs, which, okay, good for Disney on that one. But
that's the thing. Disney is just like, you know what? Let's not hold you to this job when we don't know when we're going to start. So I can't be too upset about that one.
Oh, Disney, Marvel and Disney are taking measured approach in their search for a filmmaker. One source says that Thor Ragnarok director Taika Waititi recently had a meeting with Marvel. And this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter.
Okay.
I mean, it's not said if Guardians 3 was discussed, if a new Thor was. I mean, we would win with a new Thor. I want Taika Waititi to do this because I think it'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
But he has really cemented Thor as the third best movie.
Like he just changed Thor, and I'm curious to see what else he has in mind for Thor.
Give me a new trilogy of Thor.
Yeah.
With Taika Waititi doing it. I'm down with that one.
Why not?
But yeah, so what's going to come out in 2020 now is the next question, because if it's got
for Marvel,
because Marvel, well, we can kind of assume that Guardians was going to be May 2020. Okay. It's been delayed. It's been pushed back. Mm-hmm. So what's the next possible thing that could come out? And well, this leads us into Cumberwatch. Dun dun. Thank you. Now, it has been said that Sherlock season 5 might not happen because Benedict Cumberbatch,
at least no time soon,
because he's in high demand.
Yeah,
rightfully so.
He also got, I think the correct term here is a shit ton of money.
Yes. An absolute shit ton of money.
A shit ton of money. 7.5 million pounds, which I think I did the math, and this is about $9 to $10 million. $9 to $10 million. To be Doctor Strange.
Yeah, to do the sequel of Doctor Strange.
One movie.
So we have a director.
Okay.
The director of the first one's coming back. Awesome. Scott.
Sure.
I don't remember his last name. I'm sorry.
You're the one with the computer.
I am the one with the computer. He is coming back for the sequel. They're just kind of waiting to figure out how to do it. So I'm wondering, is this going to be the 2020 May movie? Which
it could be.
Scott Dickerson is the director. He's coming back. He's writing it along. I think he's the one writing it as well, like Scott Dickerson. So you've got everyone set up.
Yeah.
So in theory, you could just go, well, we just gave you $10 million extra dollars.
Yeah. Or just $10 million.
$10 million more to come do this.
No, just $10 million.
Okay, just $10 million to come play Doctor Strange in the sequel.
It's not like raising $10 million. He's getting $10 million to act in Doctor Strange 2.
Okay. All right. Well, then, Benedict, you might as well just let's jump right into it. If the script is finished and everyone lines up in the sense of like schedules, because I mean Benedict Cumberbatch, you got Ejiofor. I can never pronounce his first name.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah, Chiwetel Ejiofor. I love that guy. He's a great actor.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
He is a fantastic actor. Rachel McAdams. I mean, if you put everyone that is supposed to come back for the sequel, if it's all cleared up, you might as well do it. You might as well put that as the 2020.
That would be pretty cool.
May movie, because in 2020 you've got supposed to have Guardians. That's not happening. And the only other one I can think of was Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah, that was which is technically Sony.
Sony.
For now.
And in theory, you could have, unless Marvel's going to rush it, I don't want them to, but they will have Fox by then.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to word vomit out an X-Men movie.
Yeah. And I don't know. We'll see what they do.
I don't know. This is a very interesting time now that we had a track going with the Marvel movies and Guardians got pushed back. So now the shuffle that will happen, or maybe Marvel goes, oh, let's just put in a Squirrel Girl movie or something like that. Let's just randomly pull one out of the ass and find something. And we're like,
by the way, I just found this in the article.
Okay.
As of right now, Benedict Cumberbatch from the first Doctor Strange, Thor Ragnarok, and the last 2 Avengers movies has made £4.2 million. So he's doubling what he made in 4 movies with just one movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah, Doctor Strange 2 is coming.
Oh yeah.
Probably a lot faster than any of us actually anticipated.
Possibly.
I see it being 2020. And I would love that. I think, what do we say? That was your second favorite Marvel movie or your first? Doctor Strange.
I think it's second or third.
Okay. I think it was my first or second. I don't remember. I know we ranked them.
It's been a while.
It's in the top 5 for both of us.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's been Cumberwatch.
Dun dun.
I'm impressed I can do that voice right now.
You're doing good. Oh, there it is.
There it is. It's
okay.
Cough out that crap. All right. Steam.
Valve.
What's up? Oh, Valve. Valve. That's true. It is Valve.
Yeah.
Valve owns Steam.
Yes.
That's what I'm going at. So, Valve, you get our facepalm of the week.
So this is actually from a week ago.
So,
but, we didn't have the podcast last week.
So you get the last week's facepalm of the week.
Yeah.
Which
you get it now.
You get it now. So congratulations on that one. Oh man, this is actually really, really funny.
So what happened?
So everyone knows, not everyone knows, but in the gaming world, Twitch is king.
Yes.
Twitch is king. Live streaming is awesome. It's fun. You get a nice interaction with your fans.
And hey, by the way, come check us out. Catch Capade's Plays. We have a lot of fun. I
was hoping you were going to do that. I was like, if you weren't, I'm going to plug us.
Nice little self-promotion
there. So
on our own podcast.
Thank you very much for listening. But Steam has, you have to go after Twitch. Twitch is going after Steam with the games and Amazon and all that stuff, like how the games are bought and whatnot. So in turn, Steam and Valve is going after Twitch.
Yeah.
And what they were supposed to do was test what's called Steam TV.
Yeah, Steam.tv. Because it's Twitch.tv, so now Steam.tv.
Steam.tv, which is God, this is really hard with so many S's.
It really is.
Jesus, someone should have thought of this.
It really is.
So Steam's streaming platform was supposed to go out into a testing format within
Steam, within Valve.
Within Valve, within the company.
Yeah.
Someone didn't look correctly and hit the all on button. Everybody got.
So they streamed Dota 2's international tournament. They didn't really mean to.
No.
At least not to everybody. So, they had to come out and say, hey, sorry, we messed up a little bit there.
Yeah, that was a test feed. You shouldn't have seen that.
Now, that being said, since the cat's already out of the bag, it is now actually live.
Is it? I thought it has been taken down.
Or, hold up. Okay, from if I remember correctly, because we watched a couple people who talked about this, I think that it is live now, or it has actually unveiled its plans for going live.
Okay.
But yeah, once they realized it, then Steam.tv was taken off. And they were just like, oh, we meant to make this an internal test, but it was a public test.
It's a public test. What did everyone think? All right, I just pulled it up. And it only looks like it only goes to steam.tv/Dota 2. So
yeah,
it's still running tests.
Yeah, they're still testing it. They got to make sure that everything's good.
Yeah.
But I mean, this makes a lot of sense, especially since Amazon is trying to make their own game launcher.
Yeah.
So that way you can buy games from Amazon and launch them from Amazon instead of buying them from Amazon and launching them from Steam.
Exactly, because you can buy downloadable games through Steam codes you'll get from Amazon. And I actually get this because I do like what Twitch is doing is, say we're streaming a game, and I know we talked about this, and you like the game, you're watching play, I'm like, oh, that's a really cool game.
Yeah, like we're playing Frostpunk or something.
Yeah, there'll be a link on our Steam page.
Yeah, just right there on the border around it.
And you can click on it and buy it, and you'll be from Amazon, and they'll send you the code, or if you want the...
No, they're making it so that you just buy the Amazon one.
What about if the game is a disc or like...
What about it?
Would they send you the disc? I mean, it's only through Amazon. I'm with you. Like, you click on the link and it goes to Amazon. You buy it.
The article that I was reading made it sound more like they were talking about just computer games for right now.
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense.
So it sounds like it's just downloadable computer games. Okay. I'm not sure if they will also extend this to console games.
Okay.
I don't know about that part. But like one of the things that'll do is if you buy the game through that code, then we would actually get a small... tiny little portion of the game sales. So I just think that's kind of cool that they have that for content creators.
I think that's really awesome. And going back to Steam, I understand that too.
Yeah.
To like stream your games. Because I know I've gotten on Steam and like the developers are actually streaming their games. So if you wanted to watch like...
on Steam or on Twitch?
On Steam.
Oh, okay.
Actually on Steam itself. And I was like, and I think it was through... a plugin on Twitch too, but
possibly.
You can scroll down and I saw the developer of Hollow Knight. That's the first one that came on. They're actually playing the game and you can kind of see what's going on from the developer's point of view of why they did this. It was a very cool kind of behind the scenes.
Okay, because the only one that I've actually watched with that was Yacht Club and they were on Twitch.
Yeah. And they have done that one too, but I've seen them on Steam itself. Okay. Like I was scrolling through, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
So that's fun. Hey, guess what?
We get a secondary facepalm.
Secondary facepalm.
What year is it?
I believe it is the year 2018.
Are you sure?
Not 100%.
So what's next year?
Next year is 2019.
Are we really sure about that?
Not 100% sure.
Because I feel like it's 2009.
It could be 2009.
Because we're getting a new Wii game.
Another new Wii game.
We're getting another new Wii game.
We're getting two new Wii games. I don't understand this. So we're getting
Just Dance 2018 on the Wii.
Which I believe is... No, it's not out yet. I think it comes out next month. I'm not sure.
Probably. I don't know. I feel like that's a holiday game.
Yeah. What's the next game we're getting?
Let's Sing 2019. Developed by Ravenscourt Games. It's coming to the PS4, the Switch, and the Wii.
Wait, they skipped out on Xbox?
Yeah.
What the hell?
According to this article, yeah.
Wow.
According to this.
Even they skipped out on PC as well? Well, I guess
look, I'm just reading what I have in this
that's
article.
Fair. That's fair. I'm just like, oh my God.
PC.
So you developed it for the Switch and you developed it for the Wii.
PC Magazine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because, like you do.
Yeah.
Like you do. It's the best thing to do. But yeah, that's really all that I got about this.
Wait, no. That's fine. I'm more looking at it going, okay, the Wii had Rock Band, so there's a microphone. The PS4 has a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
The Switch doesn't have a microphone. Well, it does.
Because you can't plug in a USB microphone?
Well, does it have a microphone? That's what I'm just very confused. I mean, I know you have the voice chat.
Let's also consider that you had, they've had to make microphones for games before.
Yeah.
So why not?
But it's more just, how's it going to go in and register the voice? That's what I'm trying to, is it going to be
through the software?
Or how is it plugged in? Is it plugged
in? USB?
So does that mean you only can play it docked? I know that it doesn't say anything on that one, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, wait, where? Because it's USB on the Wii, and I want to say it's USB on the PlayStation 4.
I mean, if nothing else, you could probably get a dongle, but I mean, most people are going to play singing games docked.
True. So I was just confused. I'm like, wait, how is it going to register? Is it through the USB? That's all. I'm like, wait, hold on. There's not a like first party Switch microphone. That's all I was trying to figure out. I'm like, wait, how are we going to be singing? Like, how am I going to sing like Rockstar or I can't think of any other game movie. I was going to keep on going for like 2 minutes and never mind.
So another is it really 2018 thing has happened?
That's a good question for 2018. Is it really 2018?
Is it really 2018? Because I mean, the NES Classic was the bestseller in
Best-selling
June.
console.
Best-selling console in June. We're getting Wii games this year and next year. And what is this? 32-bit? 2.5D game.
16-bit love. 2.5D. Yeah, that's how I would do it.
Octopath Traveler is the best-selling game this month.
Yes.
The best-selling
game of July is Octopath Traveler.
Oh, I'm sorry, last month.
Yeah. Yeah, the NPD reports are a month behind. So yeah it's July.
Yeah, of July.
What?
Yeah, Octopath Traveler, best-selling game of July. I mean, they've already shipped, 10 million units?
I believe so.
I mean, at least 1 million units. And I'm just like, it looks like a really cool game. We still haven't gotten it. I am still hardcore into Kingdom Hearts. I am almost done with Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm so close now. But yeah, I'm just like, this is the game?
Yeah, this is what this game...
Because everything that I've heard, it's a good game, but it is super slow. And each of the stories are just standalone stories. Like, they do not intertwine. These are just people who are randomly traveling, and they happen to be traveling together.
Yeah. Okay.
That being said, I really do want this game.
As of August 3rd, that's the first I can find it, 1 million copies.
Oh, okay.
1 million copies as of August 3rd.
That's impressive.
I'm trying to find...
For 1 month.
For 1 month. That's
half a month.
Half a month, yeah.
Half a month. It came out July 13th.
True. So yeah, half a month, 1 million copies. That's
insane.
Best number I can find real fast.
No, I think that you're right on that. I think it was just 1 million copies from the beginning of August. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is by the people who did Bravely Default. And now there are rumors also going around that Bravely Default could be getting a remaster or a re-release or maybe even a third game.
On the Switch?
We don't know. It doesn't say.
I mean, it's the year 2018. We have a year and a half old. It'll be the 3DS. We have a year and a half old console in the Switch.
But no 3D available or something ridiculous. I don't know.
Yeah, that's really freaking stupid.
Well, I just think it would be funny.
It would be funny, but like Pokemon.
But I also haven't played Bravely Default, so I don't know.
Really good.
Yeah.
Like, really,
I don't know how much
good.
they use the second screen.
Yeah.
So that's my concern about bringing it to the Switch is, would that actually work?
I'm with you on that because I actually, the art alone of Bravely Default is absolutely amazing.
I've wanted to get into that game for a while. It's just, again, my backlog is so big.
Yep. It is huge.
But it's about to be 1 game less.
Yay! Yes. 1 game less.
Yeah, then I have to finish everything else on that disc. Woo-hoo! And then go to the next disc. Woohoo! It's okay. I got this. I have until January.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
January? Yeah.
Yes, January. End of January. Yep.
I can totally do this. But it's crazy to me because Famitsu talking about Square Enix and everything. Famitsu, the Japanese gaming magazine, put out a poll asking what is your most anticipated upcoming game.
Okay.
The number one answer, Final Fantasy VII Remaster.
Remake? Is it remake? It doesn't remake.
Remake.
It doesn't
Sorry, remake.
That blows my mind.
That's insane. How long ago was this game announced?
Earliest off the top of my head was 2014.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
We are still no closer to knowing anything about this game.
That'll be the 2020 release. I
I don't even know if it'll be
5,
ready.
PlayStation 5
I don't think it'll be
canon.
ready in 2020.
PlayStation 5 launch
It's already been like 4 or 5 years.
But that's insane because
that's the number one.
How
out of all the consoles?
How do you hold out, not hope, but just excitement for that with it being that far away and there's no legitimate end in sight?
Yeah.
Like, I'm more obviously, honestly, Final Fantasy has never been my jam.
Yeah.
I admit to that. I have not played as Final Fantasy. I want to because I want to understand. I'm very into understanding why. But my God, like it's been killing me that I've known about Spider-Man for a year and a half and I have to wait 2 weeks from this recording for it to come out.
But that being said, I'm still super excited for Final Fantasy VII Remake and I can't wait to play the game. It looks so gorgeous.
It looks gorgeous. I agree with you.
And I say I don't understand, but I feel the hype.
You are in the Final Fantasy. Hype. You're in the fantasy. You've played 1.
But also this game has been built up so long.
Okay. We might tangent.
No, I mean Final Fantasy VII, this game has been held up to a higher standard since it came out.
Yes.
And just non-gamers have heard of it.
Final Fantasy VII is the quintessential JRPG that people can talk about. Which is
crazy because Final Fantasy IX is more typically everybody's favorite.
Yes. Now the question I'm going to pose to you and anyone watching or listening. Will it make the hype?
I hope so.
I mean, this is one of the highest hype games I've ever heard of in my life of video gameness.
I don't know if it will live up, but I do awkwardly because I'm slow. I don't know when I'm going to get back into it. But I've played probably just over half of Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
And I'm excited that they're going to be actually changing up some of the battles.
Sure.
They're redoing some of the stages. They're redoing some of the battles. I know that I'm sure that they will stay true to the story, but I'm also sure that we'll be getting some different cutscenes or things like that.
I don't think it'll be a turn-based.
I think I don't know if it'll be straight turn-based. It might be the active turn-based that Square has gone into.
See, I think it's going to be a full action Kingdom Hearts style where you're just attacking everyone. I don't
think it will because even I haven't played 15, but I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 13 when it came out.
Uh-huh.
And that was action. It was turn-based action.
Okay.
Which means that you can sit there and take as long as you want to figure out how long, what you want to do. But while you're sitting there trying to figure out what move to make, the enemy could attack you 3 times. They have to wait.
They've got
they have a
break meter. Is that what it is?
No, because you're thinking of limit breaks.
Okay.
They have, it's basically like a cooldown meter.
Okay.
That's the best way that I can think of to explain it.
Gotcha.
So they have a cooldown meter, you have a cooldown meter. But they don't have to wait for your turn for them to attack you.
Gotcha.
So it's not it's an action.
It's not
it's an active turn-based. That's the word for it.
It's active turn-based. So I was turn-based is
active turn-based.
A to B or back and forth. Active turn-based is, that's the proper term for it. But okay, that's interesting because.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they go to that with Final Fantasy VII. Because the straight up turn-based is hard to do with the kind of graphics they're going for, because if they do those kind of graphics with a straight up turn-based, then it makes it less real to most people. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I am super excited to see everything for this game. Even if I have no idea if they're still planning on it being episodes or whatever else. But I think it'll be fun.
Okay, Final Fantasy 15 is not a turn-based. Think Kingdom Hearts meets Batman Arkham Knight. So
that's the active RPG.
Yeah, so
action RPG.
Action RPG. And because we've seen 2 cutscenes of this. We've seen the opening cinematic.
And apparently they've changed the look of everybody since then.
That's fine. And then we've seen one where I remember Cloud's just kind of flying around and hitting 14 people at one time in the middle of a fountain. So
Okay, so he's talking about after he gets out of the factory, for those of you who've played Final Fantasy VII. It's still at the beginning of the game.
Oh, no, that's fine. It's still at the beginning of the game, but I think that's where I'm leaning more toward probably more Kingdom Hearts style. I don't know. I'm glad I found this. I was like, I don't know what Final Fantasy 15 is either.
Yeah.
So let me look this up real fast. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
It's in my backlog.
So, okay, that would be kind of cool. I would get into that one because I think Arkham Knight, or the Batman Arkham trilogy, is some of the best, most fluid fight system ever. And that's why I'm really excited for Spider-Man, because I think they're really trying to mimic that.
Yeah.
And I think it'll really work. So if that's the case, I might play Final Fantasy 15.
I mean, we have it.
I should just
We might
play
have 2 versions of it.
Oh, that's right. I did buy you the Royal version, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay.
We bought them both on sale.
I know.
It's okay.
I know we did.
But yeah, like the number one most anticipated game is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Then it's Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm so happy we finally have a release date for it. And I'm ridiculously happy that I'm working my way through those games.
Whoa!
Third is Smash Brothers, which is, I think, the soonest. Yeah, the one that's coming out the soonest, I think.
What's the next one?
Warriors Orochi 4, which I'm assuming is a Japanese game.
Okay.
Persona Q2.
That comes out. I don't remember when that one comes out. I know they just announced that.
Oh, Pokemon Let's Go comes out before Smash.
Yeah.
Romancing Saga 3.
Okay.
Part of the Saga series, which I also want to get into. It's another RPG.
Okay.
Code Vein, which I've heard of, but I don't know anything about. Resident Evil 2. I don't remember when that comes out.
February.
Okay. And Bayonetta 3. Does that have a release date
It does
yet?
not.
Okay.
Yeah, but that is not happening. I think that's early as 2019.
It's going to be a little bit.
2020. It's going to 2020. Everything's going to 2020.
Pretty much.
All right.
Because we got that 2020 vision.
We got the 2020 vision right there. I like it. So if you want to watch us stream rage games, fun throwback games, or story games, please come check us out on twitch.tv/CouchCapadesPlays. But what sucks is not us. We're awesome. I'm just going to say that.
Of course we are.
We're awesome. We riff really, really well. But Twitch has decided to change some stuff up.
Yeah.
Which
Amazon
did, because Amazon owns Twitch. And I'm actually upset by this.
Yeah. I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Of us who have just been streaming for a little over a month now.
Yeah.
And they're changing some cool ideas, because when you had Amazon Prime, you got one free
Twitch subscription. The $4.99 Twitch subscription, which I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. Yeah, because that way you can use some of your Amazon money or Amazon subscription money to support your favorite streamer.
Yes. I'm like, all right, that actually makes a lot of sense. I'm not out any money.
Yeah.
It's already built into the $99 that you pay, or the $129.99 that you're about to pay, unless you're on a student account.
Shut up.
I'm not going to say anything.
Keep your mouth shut.
Gonna keep my mouth shut.
Play it cool, John.
I'm going to play it cool. Oh my God.
Try to have some chill.
Amazon's listening. But here's what sucks is that they're taking that away from Prime members. There's no such thing as Twitch Prime anymore.
That sucks.
That's awful.
Because it was just included with Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Which made a lot of sense.
And then you were allowed to have...
You got free... You didn't have to see any ads.
No ads, and some free merch.
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool.
Free drops in the game.
Free drops in the game, free merch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I got something for Wrecking Ball on Overwatch.
Yeah.
I signed up and I was like, oh yeah, I'll take that stuff. I need it because I'm in Overwatch now.
Yeah.
But I hate that they're taking this away.
Yeah.
Especially because they're now trying to push their Twitch Turbo.
Yeah.
Which at first I was like, all right, you know what? It's $5.99 or $4.99 to sub to a streamer.
Twitch Turbo is $9, I think.
Yeah, $8.99, I believe. And I was like, all right. So in my mind, I was like, all right, so you can do it's this Twitch Turbos for no commercials. And I assumed, dumb me, that there was a Twitch subscription built into that. And I'm like, all right, that actually makes a lot of sense. You're paying no commercials for another $3.99 or $3. Okay, whatever. That's not that bad. And then I read into this.
Yeah.
And I come to find out that Twitch Turbo is just for no commercials.
Yeah.
And you still have to pay $4.99
to
sub to your favorite Twitch streamer. And I'm like, this is going to hurt a lot of Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
I mean, I know everyone's in the business to make money. I'm with you, Amazon. I'm with you, Twitch. I understand. Because a lot of people were actually, I mean, you even said, and according to Polygon, you even said Twitch Prime was great for Twitch streamers because it was already built in.
And it's clearly amazing for Amazon because they're still making money off Prime.
Yes. Everyone, if you don't have, I'm not plugging Amazon, but if you don't have a Prime, you should get a Prime membership. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite things. One of the only subscriptions that I will hold on to when I have to start cutting subscriptions.
Yeah.
Prime will be the one that I'm like, you have to stay.
Because Prime is actually helpful because, I mean, we get stuff faster.
We get videos. We get to watch.
Yeah, we have Amazon Prime Video.
I mean, it's a very
We get
awesome.
some books for Kindle.
Yeah.
You can get some of them free.
It's very awesome to have. And with us in Twitch, it was just kind of a built-in perk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, this is awesome. I'm digging this.
It was part of the reason that we started streaming.
Yeah, it really was.
Little bit,
but it was kind of like...
Now it's just fun and we're going to keep on going.
Exactly. Couch Capates Blades. Remember that. But it sucks now because now you're almost asking your subscribers to
pay $9 plus whatever they want to play, plus their subscriptions to...
Yeah, the tier that they want to go on.
Yeah. Which Amazon Prime is decently expensive.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird. I don't like it because it like we said, it's $99. Well, because it hasn't changed yet. They press for Prime. But then you want...
it will.
The subscription is monthly. So let's just take a $5 subscription. You're paying $5 to a Twitch streamer each month.
Yeah.
So that's $60 a month if you do it for a year.
Yeah. You want to know the other thing that sucks for the streamers, the people getting the money? You actually get a little bit more from Twitch Prime subscriptions.
Yes.
Like it's like 2 cents.
It's 2 cents more, but if you have
a ton of people that are signing up through their Twitch Prime free subscription, that adds up, which we don't.
We don't. We
completely understand the people who do.
Yeah, because you get about a little under half with the Twitch Prime.
No, you get half with Twitch Prime. You get a little under half
without Twitch.
If they're just subscribing to you, which, like I said, it's like 2 cents difference, so it's not bad.
But that 2 cents can add up real fast. But it's not, to me, it's not the money aspect of it. It's the perception aspect of it.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, we live in a world where perception is king.
Oh, absolutely.
It doesn't matter what happened. It's what I saw happen.
Yeah. Pixar didn't happen. And so if Amazon's like, oh yeah, this is great. It's helping the streamers. Everybody loves it. And they're like, well, crap. Now we could make more money. Yeah.
Now, if we just take that away.
Which is so sad.
Force Twitch Turbo and then still make them subscribe. That's just more money in our pockets.
Yeah.
Because I will assume, I'm pretty sure that through Twitch Turbo, the streamers don't get anything. I doubt it. It's all toward Twitch and Amazon.
I'm sure.
And then so...
I mean, if there's no way to subscribe to people through that service, then that's what we got.
I think that's absolute horse crap.
Yeah.
I don't like it. And I kind of expected better out of Amazon and Twitch
because they've done so well so far.
Yeah, they've really been the champion for gamers. I'm going to fully admit that.
Yeah, like you and I have been very impressed on what kind of breakdowns we get, what kind of support we get through Twitch, because we've been doing YouTube for like 4 years.
Yeah.
3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years we've been doing YouTube. And now that we jumped on Twitch, all right, let's try it.
We've noticed a difference.
Yeah, we've seen a full-on difference of how the business model of Twitch really works. And we're like, okay, that alone makes me go, I want to stay on Twitch because I see the breakdown. I see what works and what doesn't. And it's not just a random hodgepodge of information and numbers that I have to sift through YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. You're crap. It's crap. Your stuff is crap. I fully said it.
And yet we're still putting out videos on YouTube.
Hey, you know what? On the flip side, Twitch is helping YouTube in my opinion. And for us,
it is, and it's a lot of fun.
So that's cool. I dig that that part, but I hate what Twitch is doing. It's going to make life a little bit harder for bigger streamers.
Even smaller streamers.
Actually, for a lot harder on us now because we're a smaller streamer. It's going to be harder for people to go, you know what? I really want to use that $5 to these people.
Or even just the people who who have Twitch Prime and they're just like jumping from one streamer to another.
Yeah.
Now they have to sit there and wait for the ad to run. So they're not going to try out more streamers.
Yeah.
They're going to like find somebody that they're just like, okay, I don't hate their voices. Let me just leave it here so I don't have to watch another ad.
That's a valid point.
Like, that's more what I'm upset about.
That's actually, I didn't think about it that way. People will stick. I mean, people do stick around for like their favorite streamers, but if they're looking
for a new streamer,
a new streamer trying out,
they're just going to find somebody that they're not bad.
They're not bad. That's a valid point. I didn't think about that. Man, you're getting smart. I like this.
Hey, I do what I can.
I like this a lot. So,
gotta work past my blondness.
Gotta work past that blondness. Sometimes the internet sucks. Like, a lot.
And sometimes it just makes funny stories like this one.
And sometimes it does make funny stories, and then good things come out of the internet.
Yeah, but this one, the internet sucks.
The internet sucks on this one.
I know.
All right, so the meme Ligma
has destroyed somebody's life. Their gaming life.
Gaming life. It really
gaming
has.
Gaming life. It does suck.
It's very interesting to me. So I'm not going to say the joke of Ligma, but
figure it out.
You can figure it out. All right. But a 12-year-old gamer tag was changed by Xbox.
Okay, guys, not a 12-year-old's.
Not a 12-year-old,
tag?
but a gamer tag that was 12 years old.
Yes.
This guy had the same gamer tag for 12 years. It was Ligma.
Yeah.
He made up the word.
And since then, it has come to mean something.
It has come to mean something completely different.
Yeah. And so Xbox was just like, you know what? We see what you did here. This is not appropriate. We're going to change your name for you.
To Angry Kitten 1025.
Is that what it was?
That's what it got changed to.
Oh my God.
Yes. This is from Eurogamer. This is how it popped up on me. Eurogamer was like, hey, take a look at this article. I'm like, okay, I will.
1025. Yeah. That's amazing.
I would have kept Angry Kitten 1025, but the principle behind it.
He's got like a couple custom controllers.
Yeah.
Like, and plus you get attached to that gamer tag. Like, I would be upset if somebody tried to change my gamer tag. It's one thing if I change it.
Yeah, exactly. But if someone else changed it, then that would be something else.
I would be upset too.
Yeah, so what happened was this guy posted on Reddit, I believe. Was it Reddit?
I think that's what you told me the other day.
Hold on, I want to make sure. Just posted it on a forum. Let's go with Reddit. That's the forum. I'm skimming real fast. I can't find it.
Yeah, it says r/Xbox One.
Okay, so yeah, on Reddit going, hey, Xbox changed my gamer tag because it was Ligma. Here's my reasoning why it was Ligma 12 years ago from a game.
Yeah.
I made up and I put it together and I really liked it and I just ran with it. Now Ligma means something else. And this Reddit post blew up.
Yeah.
Absolutely blew up and caught the attention of Major Nelson. Larry Herb, who is
that's amazing.
The face of Xbox, pretty much. That's a great way to put it. Face of Xbox. And apparently he told Ligma, the guy going, hey, email me. I can't make any promises, but let's see what we can pull off.
Yeah.
And so apparently through the exchange, Larry Herb, Major Nelson was like, we got it back for him because this was not in the form of what Ligma means now.
Exactly.
It was 12 years old.
It was made for a game that he was playing.
Yes. So he actually got his screen name or his Xbox Live name back, which
I think that's really cool.
That's really cool. The internet sucks. The internet absolutely sucks. But every now and then we're like, there's a little glimmer of hope of why the internet is legitimately awesome.
Once in a while.
Fortnite players, guess what? If you play on PlayStation 4 and use a mouse and keyboard, which is a thing, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they have support for mouse and keyboard.
They have a support for oh yeah, Hori has the pad, the gamepad. I forgot about that. You're going to be matched with PC players now, and if you play Fortnite.
You're going to be matched with people who are on keyboard and mouse.
Yep.
You want to know why that sucks?
Why?
For all of the people on your team that are not using mouse and keyboard, they are still being matched with mouse and keyboard. If there is one person on your team using a mouse and keyboard, you will be matched with people on mouse and keyboard.
Oh my God.
That being said, I do like that they're trying to even the playing field.
Yeah, absolutely. That sucks.
But yeah, currently there's no support for mouse and keyboard from Xbox. I believe they're working on it.
Rumor has it they're working with actually Razer.
Oh.
Razer and Microsoft are trying to find it. Like they have a partnership that they're... That's the rumor that they're going to come out with a mouse and keyboard for the Xbox One.
That kind of makes sense.
That's cool. At least, Hori is not a bad brand, but
no.
If you can... The oomph that Razer is...
Yeah, you might as well.
You might as well.
Why not?
But that sucks. I didn't read the whole article, so that's actually...
No, I saw that in there, and I was just like, wow.
That actually sucks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Xbox One has no official support for keyboard and mouse controls.
Okay. So you could probably plug in a hub and try. I don't know. I don't want to. I like my mouse and keyboard on my computer.
Know. Something like that.
That sucks. All right.
Oh, and Epic has not said anything about PC players using a gamepad. So, like, if you're playing on PC but using an Xbox controller, we don't know if you will be matched with other gamepad players.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's actually really interesting. One of those things that you never really think about.
I'm also kind of curious how this is going to work with the PS4 because they don't have crossplay on.
They do with PC.
Okay.
When PlayStation talks about crossplay, it's not with Xbox and Sony. It's with PC.
Okay.
Yeah,
got it.
So people are fighting for a world where crossplay happens on all consoles and all PCs.
Yeah, because I mean, you can already play Minecraft on Switch and Xbox.
Yes.
And same with your soccer game.
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Yes.
So, I don't know.
We're living in a very interesting world.
We really do. So, as you're coughing over there, Xbox is doing something new that
I'm in on.
At first, I had very mixed feelings. I'm starting to warm up to this.
That's funny. Okay, I say I'm in on right now at this moment I'm in on. I'm starting to have mixed feelings going the opposite direction now.
I understand.
So it's very
I get that.
So Xbox.
So Xbox has realized that people rent their phones. So why shouldn't you, rent to own a phone?
Yeah.
So why shouldn't you rent to own a console?
That's very interesting. So it's one of those things. They have come out and said, "Oh, hold on, go away. Where's my article just went away?"
Oh no. But yeah, this was not announced at Gamescom because that just happened.
Ended. Yeah.
Yeah, just ended.
And it's only a US based thing.
Yeah, it's US based, so they did not announce it at Gamescom in Germany. Amazingly enough.
So the rumor is that this is called the Xbox All Access bundle or pass. And what you're going to get with it is 2 years of Xbox Live, 2 years of Game Pass, and a console for one monthly payment.
Yeah.
For the Xbox One S, it's supposed to be around $22 a month.
Yeah.
And for the One X, it's $35 a month. And this is for 24 months, which is our phones.
Yeah.
24 months is usually your bare minimum, is usually where you are at phones. Like,
yeah.
So I find this very interesting because one, I really, really want a One X.
Yeah.
Like, but it's really bad.
It's such a high entry point.
Yeah. Like, I can't bring myself. I'm older. I'm smarter. I cannot trying to be, and I cannot bring myself to drop $500.
That's so tough.
Like on a TV, that makes sense to me.
But that's a TV. That's not a console that we already own a half a step down of.
Yeah. It's very hard for me to go, yeah, I want to get a One X. And it's even hard for me when it's $400 and I'm looking on like Amazon Marketplace or Facebook Marketplace.
Or even like a refurbished one.
Yeah. It's really like, I don't know if I want to do that. But this $35 one, most likely I'm going to end up doing. Most likely.
There's a very good chance.
Because like I already pay for Xbox Live.
Mm-hmm.
I already have Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just missing the One X.
And over the course of the 2 years, I think you figured out it would save about $50 to get this bundle.
20. It's $20 you save by doing this bundle.
So I mean, not a ton.
But but you don't have the upfront cost.
Yeah.
And I find that interesting.
I still want to make sure that if you still have like 6 months of games with gold.
Yeah.
will that extend 6 months after that 2 years?
Yeah, you're right.
So long as those things transfer, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, because I in the end of June is when my Xbox Live renews.
Yeah.
So
I was just pulling out numbers.
So no, I'm with you. So if this drops, let's say this week, I highly doubt it'll be this week. Well, let's say it drops this week and I go pick it up. Will either A, I get the extra 1 year? B, will they knock off the price because I've already got the 1 year?
I don't see that.
I don't see them doing that either. But I want to know how
Did you have an option C? It sounded like you were going to.
I was, and I forgot it. What was my option C? Don't worry about it. But those are the two options.
Or C, will it be you've just paid twice?
Oh yeah, there we go.
C,
that's exactly. Or did I just pay twice for 1 year?
Yeah.
I don't think they're dumb enough to do that.
I don't think so.
I think you're right in the sense of extending.
I see that being most likely.
Yeah.
But if not, then if nothing else, we'll just put the Game Pass on my account.
Yeah, we can move stuff over, and that's the other thing too. What if I already have it? Can I gift you the 6 months that I bought for Game Pass? Did
we just up? We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So
let's not talk about finances.
Where does this all lie? Also, can I up it? Can I do $70 a month and be done with it in a year?
Yeah.
I can do that with my phone right now.
If I a year and a half.
Year and a half. If I wanted to, I can go just pay off my phone right now.
Yeah. Can you pay extra to pay it off early?
Yeah. Let's say we do it for a year and the Xbox, and I have $300 left, and let's say we get a bonus at work or something like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of paying this $35. Let me just go to my account on Microsoft or wherever.
Wherever you get this.
Yeah. Probably GameStop or Best Buy. They're probably all going to do it in a weird way. I know that they're probably going to try and figure out how to do it. Can I just go up there and be like, hey, here's my account.
Yeah.
Let me just pay this whole thing off and I want it to be mine.
Yeah.
And then the next part is because how phone companies, how they get you is, come and upgrade.
Yeah.
Come and upgrade. Well, we're not done with our 2 year. Don't worry about it. Come and upgrade.
Yeah. And then what would the upgrade even be?
Yeah. Is this kind of leading into Project Scarlet? That's the name. That's the name of the next Xbox. Is this leading to Project Scarlet of we're going to start getting emails about Scarlet because it's going to come within that 2 year span? I doubt it will. But let's say Project Scarlet's going to come within that 2 year span.
Yeah, it comes in a year and a half.
And they're like, hey, we know you have your subscription to Xbox All Access. Do you want to trade in your Xbox One X, add on another $10, and we can get you a Scarlet?
Yeah. Although I really hope it's not more than $500.
I hope not either. I don't know.
I know.
I'm just randomly pulling out numbers right now because it's kind of one of those. It's newer, so I would assume it's going to be a little more expensive. And so then we're in that weird.
What do we do?
What do we do? We're in the phones because I'm not gonna lie. I've had my phone for about a year. I'm itching for a new one.
He itches for a new phone every year.
Every year I itch for a new phone.
Every year.
And I'm trying to back off, but now, consoles, I'm so used to having 5-7 years. Yeah, we have the iteration steps.
Yeah.
And some I buy, some I don't. But this one, if you close that generational gap to 2 years, which you won't, but you have the console upgrades, the half steps. Mm-hmm. How's that going to work?
Yeah, I could see that coming in.
Yeah, so in a year and a half, Scarlet comes out. So we jump on the Scarlet. I'm not trading in my Xbox One X, but let's just say we do.
Yeah.
And then within a year and a half, Scarlet 2.0 comes out.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we got this. Come on. I mean, Xbox and Microsoft said they're really pushing games as a service. This is the definition of games as a service.
It's a good stepping stone to games as a service because, this is the console as a service.
Yeah, this is console as a service. So who follows? If this does well, PlayStation will follow.
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo might follow.
There's Nintendo a small chance.
Nintendo do what Nintendo do.
Exactly.
But we could be walking into some very murky waters when it comes to just subscriptions. And where's the line? Where do we stop?
I don't know.
It's very odd, but it's very interesting.
But there are so many people who are willing to pay for this subscription and that subscription. So let's just tack on another subscription.
Let's just tack on another.
Plus this subscription will be done in 2 years, and then you get to keep your console.
Yeah, it's very.
You have a payoff.
Yeah, It's very weird.
It really is.
It actually scares me. That's why I'm like, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like,
should we just save the $500?
Maybe I should just drop the $500 so I don't have to worry about this crap.
I get
Maybe
that.
I should do that. Maybe I should.
I'm really going back and forth. I'm not sure yet.
It's a very odd, slippery slope.
It is.
It's very, very odd. All right. You know what? We like music.
Yes.
We love music.
Exactly.
All forms of music.
Pretty much.
I mean, you play piano, I played the saxophone. So we grew up with some classical music playing it. I love chiptune and video game music.
I listen to anything.
Yeah, we actually really do listen to anything.
I love musicals.
I do too, actually. And that's thanks to Rose.
Yay.
I truly enjoy musicals now. I didn't when I first met her, and then I got used to them.
And then I was just like, no, you need to try this one.
You need to try this one and this one. And she finally broke me, and I start really enjoying musicals. Yeah. I still believe that Les Mis is one of the greatest stage performances.
Yes.
How they make that work. It's fantastic.
It's amazing.
But what was cool about this, about why we're talking about music, is the Telegraph.
Okay. This comes from the Telegraph.
This comes from the Telegraph. Video game music is just...
We're talking about this because of the Telegraph.
All right, so
that thing that you used to send messages hundreds of years ago.
Back in the 1920s when we sent messages through the Telegraph. Stop. But the video game music is just as good as an introduction to classical music for children as a concert, says Art Chief. Now, I know what I said doesn't sound right. Okay. And Rose is going to correct me because I'm losing my freaking mind right now.
So the title of this article from the Telegraph is Video Game Music is just as good an introduction to classical music for children as a concert.
Thank you.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
Okay. So what this is talking about is James Williams, the managing director at the Philharmonic Orchestra.
The Royal Philharmonic Orchestra.
Yes.
There are different Philharmonic orchestras. This is the Royal Philharmonic. I hate trying to say Philharmonic.
Wait, there is? There's different Philharmonic orchestras? I honestly had no idea. I thought there was just one. I thought it was the Royal Philharmonic. Is there? Oh my God.
Yeah, this is the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra.
Oh. Sorry, that just blows my mind. I thought there was something.
Okay, if you break down Philharmonic, Phil means love.
Uh-huh.
And harmonic is the combining of sounds in a harmony. That's how I'm translating it. So it's the love of music, basically.
We're going to talk about that later. I'm not looking for the English concept of breaking down the word. I thought there was just one Philharmonic orchestra.
I don't think so.
I thought that was it. Like when you talk about the Philharmonic, it doesn't matter if you have the royal part in front of it. I thought that was it. Like if I talk about,
you know what, it's been forever since I've looked into any orchestra, so I don't know for sure.
I mean, minus the idea of there being a traveling version of the Philharmonic.
Yeah, there's the London Philharmonic Orchestra.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure they're different.
I don't know. That's why you just stopped me. I'm like, wait, I thought they were all like one thing, and you had traveling.
There's like the Fort Worth. I think it's just the Fort Worth Orchestra.
It's just the Fort Worth Orchestra.
I don't know. I feel like there's more Philharmonics, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments of wherever you're listening to this.
Okay.
Now that I've blown your mind. Sorry, guys.
James Williams, the managing director of the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, there I said it, said that computer games are an important access point for youngsters to experience classical music for the first time.
Yeah.
He said, I think exposure to orchestral music in all of its forms is a fantastic thing. I love this.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the coolest things someone has said about video games. I mean, or just music in general.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter how they get into music. Just get into music.
Yeah. That's really all that it is. And I love that he's talking about orchestral music with this because that is something that you don't hear. Like, people aren't going to be like, oh, let me go hear this orchestra play. They're like, oh, I have a friend who's in orchestra at school. I'm going to go watch them play.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one of the easiest ways to get into orchestra.
Yes.
But then also way before that, you have these video games that have these soundtracks that you've been listening to for years.
Yep.
And so why not use this?
Use it to your advantage. And it does. It makes a lot of sense because even with film, TV, video games, you know something's missing when
there's no music.
When there's no music or the music sucks.
Yeah.
Like it is a complete package when it comes to video games and movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not just great gameplay. It's great gameplay paired with awesome graphics, paired with just one of the best scores ever made. It's not just a great actor, but it's the great acting behind the story that was directed by a filmmaker, which was the music was produced by John Williams. Like
a lot of time. Often enough.
I just chose him or Hans Zimmer. But it's very interesting that someone of this stature, like I don't think about the Philharmonic or the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra at all. I don't.
Not really.
I don't.
Not on a day-to-day basis.
Not on a day-to-day basis. But I love that it's more of the idea of it's an access point.
Yeah.
And it was
because
very...
if you think about it, like video game soundtracks are starting to be a lot more common.
Yes.
They're starting to be packaged, snippets of them are being packaged in with collector's editions of games.
Yep.
So that you can listen to the soundtrack anywhere you go.
Yeah, if you're doing something else, you can listen to the soundtrack. I started looking up soundtracks. We talked about collecting vinyls of soundtracks. They're just...
Yeah, we've discussed it, but they're expensive.
They're expensive and I don't want to. But you've got beautiful soundtracks like Journey.
Fantastic.
Let's be honest. Halo 3 is a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
You have Red Dead Redemption.
And you can go on to YouTube and you have people who have gotten the entire soundtrack of Splatoon 2. One of my favorites recently has actually been Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yes.
I haven't started the game, but the music is gorgeous.
Legend of Zelda.
Oh, Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. And you said it correctly.
With Breath of the Wild, that came out and people were just talking nonstop in all their reviews about the piano.
Yep.
In that game.
How simplistic,
and I was just
yet beautiful.
This is amazing.
The piano was.
Because you don't hear about pianos anymore.
No, you don't. And it's really, it's cool because I love this. Because I think, like I said, it's the whole package.
Yeah.
A great game, a great movie. It's almost about the music.
Yeah.
If you don't have the music backing up what's going on, it's a crap game.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, in Sony's press conference for E3, you'd walk in and they would have something really cool. Usually it was part of the freaking soundtrack.
Yeah, this E3, it was, they had some people playing legit instruments.
Yep.
From The Last of Us 2 and from, what's their samurai game? They had somebody on not a wind flute, but it was a wind instrument. And it's their new samurai game that's coming out.
What is that called?
That I cannot think of the name of it. Because it's not the one from Software.
No, I'm with you. Samurai Guy. That's actually, it's called Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, I was like, what is that called? No. And you're just sitting there and you're like, wow, this is really awesome. And
at the time it was a little bit dumb because they made people go from one setting to another.
That's neither here nor there.
But that's just Sony trying to set up an interesting E3 experience.
Yeah. But if you think about it, because they had... Journey of the Goddess, which was a traveling orchestra for Breath of the Wild and just Zelda in general.
Yeah.
Sold out.
Yeah.
Couldn't get to it.
We tried to get to it.
Could not get to it.
And there's a botanic garden around us that does concerts in the park. It's part of the Fort Worth Symphony Orchestra. Comes to the park on Friday or Saturday nights, and you can just take a lawn chair and it's $10 to get in.
Yeah.
They had video game. It was something big. It was 2 years ago. It was Kingdom Hearts or Zelda or Nintendo music or something like that. That thing was sold out. By the time that I heard about it, I couldn't get tickets anymore.
Yeah. It's crazy. But
their normal performances, you could still get tickets to.
Yeah. This it's insane how much video game music has not taken over, but cemented itself. Impact, that's probably the better word.
How much it's impacted this generation, our generation, and the one after.
Because there's so much good music, and
there is.
I love Shovel Knight's music. I'm an old school 8-bit platforming chiptune. I love chiptune.
Yeah,
I love
There's like the
big bellowing epic music that is like
newer Zelda
games. Like, I said it, The Last of Us, and I love that someone higher up in the musical world, in my opinion, when it comes to orchestral music, goes, you know what? I don't care.
Let's just get you into some orchestral music and we can get you from there.
Yeah, it's not taking away from
you have to have
Bach,
a hook.
Or it's not taking away from the
Bach and Beethoven and Mozart.
It's not taking away from that. It's actually helping you walk into that, lead into where did this come from?
Exactly.
And I love that.
It's the same thing as when Hamilton came out and then suddenly people were into show tunes again.
Yes.
And it was just like, okay, somebody made something that was more accessible.
Yeah. So now let's go back and look at the other stuff.
Exactly.
And I absolutely freaking love that. I think, find your favorite video game soundtrack or movie soundtrack, or just listen to some Bach.
Yeah, something.
I think that's great. Let us know which ones you like.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for new soundtracks or new music to listen to.
Absolutely. Or to just leave on when we're gone so that the kiddies are not so stressed.
Exactly. We do that all the time. Music of Final Fantasy 3. Come on now.
Oh, I love
Final Fantasy music is fantastic. It is awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, do you have anything else?
No, that's all that I can think of. Try not to cough as he instantly coughs. He's just trying to make sure he doesn't cough into the mic. Yeah. Okay, so while Jon is recovering,
there we go.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to check us out on social media. We are on Twitter,
Instagram,
and Facebook.
We are the Geek Level.
We are on Twitch, like we were saying, Couch Capades Plays.
And if you're listening to this on YouTube or watching it on YouTube, thank you. Subscribe there. Subscribe or follow us on Twitch.
Yeah. And make sure to listen to this. We have this podcast up anywhere you want to listen to podcasts.
Absolutely. Past that, don't forget.
Always level up.
Bye.
Bye.